Listening Comprehension Lesson, number 49. Listen to the text and say what you think of the young lady.
She wanted to show off. In the 18th century, young ladies in Italy usually had very poor knowledge of history and geography. They hardly ever read a book about America, which was called The New World, about Christopher Columbus, or about his discoveries. Once a young lady was invited to the king's palace. There was a ball there. The lady belonged to a very rich and famous family. She knew a lot of important and respectable people. She liked to talk to them, though she seldom could understand the subject of their talk. The ministers, lawyers, other important political people knew that the young lady was neither clever nor bright, but they often talked to her as they didn't want to offend her, because though she was rather dull, she was nice and pleasant. Well, that evening one of the guests, a professor of history, was late. The young lady knew his name very well, as his political ideas were very famous. She came up to him and asked him why he was late. "Oh, nothing important," said the professor. "I was delayed by my friend, a professor of history from Mexico." "Is Mexico far from Italy?" asked the young lady. The professor smiled and said it was in the New World. "In the New World," repeated the lady, who was surprised to hear that. "Yes," smiled the professor again. He had a good sense of humor, so he said, "Mexico is in the New World, which was discovered by Christopher Columbus." When the young lady heard this, she ran to the dancing hall and shouted as loud as she could, "Ladies and gentlemen, have you heard the latest news? A new world has just been discovered by a certain Christopher Columbus."